Hey everyone. Ugh. Sorry I look really bad. It's been a bit of a tough night for me. So last night I emailed the nanny agency just to kind of see what the status was on this part-time job I applied for. And today I got a response, and she said she hadn't spoken with the mother, but the last she heard was that the mother had called back one of the nannies she had interviewed for a second interview next week. So when I heard that, I figured that means I probably didn't get the job. I mean, if she's calling back someone for a second interview and it's not me, then I think I'm out of luck on this one. And I'm actually really disappointed about it. Oh, my hair's a mess. And it sucks because when I found the job posting, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect for me. I mean, to have 5 days a week off where I can rest and take care of myself and only have to work 2 full days with a child who naps twice a day would have been perfect. And like I had mentioned before, being able to get a drive there in the mornings would save money as well on bus fare. But it was mainly, the main important thing was my health. And I mean, like, when I found the posting and I applied and then I got called right away for an interview, I was so excited, thinking, like, maybe this is it, like, and I started to, like, get excited because it would mean that I'd have more energy to do things that I enjoy. And to find out that I didn't get it, and that it's back to my current job every day. Like, at least for a brief moment I saw, like, an end to it. Like, I was thinking just a few more weeks, just a few more weeks of going, and then I'd have rest. It was like, it was keeping me going, thinking that, at any moment now I'd be handing in my 2 weeks notice, and that come next month I'd have rest. And now it's not gonna happen. So I'm really, really upset about it, because I just am exhausted, and, like, I just thought maybe over time I would get used to this job and I would find it easier as I went along, but it's not happening. I'm starting to get pain again, as well as the fatigue is just getting worse and worse. Sorry. And the only hope that I have right now is that I'm seeing Dr. Urowitz at the Lupus clinic, and I'm just hoping and praying that with his help maybe I can get well. But I know that a big part of, getting better is rest, which I can't get much of right now. So it's just like this never-ending cycle where I just spend my day at work in pain, and I feel like I'm carrying around 1,000-pound weight with me all day, and but I just try to ignore it, and I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing myself to go all day, and I go and go and go for 4 hours straight before I even have a break. I barely get to sit down all day. The only time I get to sit down is maybe for 10 minutes doing circle time. And then maybe a half hour if I'm the one who's serving lunch to the kids. Which the only time you serve lunch to the kids is if you're on the early shift or the middle shift. So you get to sit down about a half hour then when you're feeding the kids. But even then, it's not fully sitting because you have to keep getting up to, excuse me, to give more lunch to the kids, or to throw stuff in the garbage, or if a kid spills milk, you gotta get up and clean it. So I wouldn't say even then I'm sitting for the full lunch hour. I'm up and down and up and down. And so really the only good chunk of time I get to sit is on my hour lunch. And that's all I get all day. There's no other breaks, really. So it's just go, go, go. And, there's heavy lifting. I mean, we have some kids that are really heavy. I have to lift them onto change tables if they have a messy diaper. And there's, if it's my turn to put out the beds for nap time, I have to pull an entire stack of beds from the gym, out of the gym, all the way down the hallway into our room, and then I have to pick up each bed and put them on the floor. And I mean, there's a lot of heavy lifting, bending, moving, constant moving. And for a lot of times I can kind of ignore my symptoms and just press on and do it all day. But the moment my shift is over, the moment I step out the door to go home, I feel like I'm gonna collapse. So I can't keep this up because I just know it's not helping. And then I just go home and Alex makes dinner and I lay on the couch for the entire night pretty much. And I watch a couple of my favorite shows, but that's about it. I miss having time. I miss having energy to do things I like. I miss painting my dolls. I've had 2 now that I had pushed myself to start about 2 months ago. And I worked at them a little bit every day for maybe a good week to a week and a half. And then I kind of gave up because the fatigue was just getting too bad and I didn't have the energy. And they've been sitting there since. And one of them is supposed to be a doll that I was making for my niece, so that sucks. And then before I got this job, when I was looking for work and I was desperate for some kind of income, I had found a job posting for on this website called like Help Around the House, and it's just for odd jobs. And there was a woman who wanted someone to scan all of her photographs and put them onto DVDs. And I'm good at doing stuff like that and good at making slideshows, and I have a scanner. So I had contacted her to do it, and she was going to pay me a good amount of money to do it, and I told her I would scan them and make slideshows for her and all that stuff. Well, then she got delayed in getting the stuff to me because she was diagnosed with leukemia and was going through chemo and stuff. And then while that was going on, I got this job. And so when she finally got the stuff to me, I was working full time, and she brought the stuff to me. I guess it was about maybe a month and a half ago now, maybe even 2 months. And I feel like maybe I've taken on too much there too, because I had intended to do some scanning every night and then on the weekends. And there's 2 big bins full of pictures, and I'm only about halfway through one bin in terms of scanning. And once all the scanning is done, I have to crop all the pictures, because I've scanned 2 to 3 at a time on the scanner, and then I have to crop them. And then I have to do the slideshows. So I feel bad because it's taking a while. She knows I have lupus, and her having leukemia, I think we're kind of on an understanding about feeling sick. So I know she said to just take my time, but I also feel like I don't want to take forever. So I'm getting down on myself about not being able to keep up with that. And then, of course, I want to have energy to do fun stuff. I want to have energy to enjoy my favorite activities in my life, and it's just, there hasn't been much of that. And I'm almost out of time, so I think I'm going to continue in the next video, because I want to talk about, it's bringing me into talking about people understanding. So I'm going to finish that in the next video.